So let the boy, I honestly don't understand what the holdup of the game is. Again, we took a while to get started because Ninja was arguing something. Still not clear as to what that was, and now another holdup in the action here, as it seems as if the Lutheran contingent is querying something else that's taking place. And here they go. You know, some people just like to argue, and I think that's what that's my good friend. That's Ninja. Some people just argue just because they can. At the end of the day, nothing changes. Nothing game as if we ever resume play here. And now the umpire is going to tell Ninja he gotta he gotta settle it down. Boy, the horns are blaring out here. Like I said, it's like being at a truck stop. Fans very loud for their Lutheran team right now. So now I think we're ready to go. Top of the third. 5-0 lead for Lutheran. Here's Thomas Davis. Strike one. So Davis comes in throwing. And he fouls it away for strike two. So this is the guy that hit the home run earlier, Shankeel Delancey. Now he's in the 0-2 hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to get him to chase one just now. He didn't bite. So Shankeel Delancey, 1 ball, 2 strikes on him. Here in the top of the third. Nobody out. 1-2 pitch, and he tried to. We lost control of it. I think he was trying to throw him the changeup. 2-2 now. Shankeel, a very good fastball hitter, so probably trying to throw him something a little bit off speed, maybe get him out front. 2-2 count. He spins that one in there, and he's going to get hit right on the foot, so that's the hard way to get on base. So Delancey on board. Like I said, you wonder how fresh Davis is right now after having pitched earlier. But now here's Jeffrey Bethel, and again he's down low, missing away. Other than that first pitch, he has not looked comfortable on the rubber. Listen, I'm about to start a petition against horn blowing in a softball stadium. Seriously. And it's the guys from Exuma, really. They're down there right underneath us. Strike one. Jeffrey Bethel. And they are pulling mightily against this Long Island team. Top of the third. 1 strike. Does not offer. Shankeel Delancey at first base, hit by pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 2 strikes on him, blows it right by. So Thomas seems to be finding a rhythm now. Against Jeffrey Bethel. 2-2. And that'll be... Well, the batter walked off. He gave himself up, but now he's going to come back. Well, the batter thought he struck out. He thought he struck out. He walked off for thinking it was strike 3, and then, as you know, if the batter thinks it's a strike, that should tell you. You know, the umpire said, "No, I'm going to give you another shot at it." Thomas put a little grin on his face. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he fouls it down to stay alive. First base out. They appealed to the first base umpire, and he said no. So he's been involved in 2 somewhat interesting calls to start the game here. He spins it in. That's going to be ball 4. So, wow. So they're on first and second now. Nobody out. Top of the 3rd inning. The Lutherans trying to punch their ticket to the gold medal game. And here is Orlando McPhee. Smitty shows bunt. Does get a piece of it, but bunts it foul. Strike 1. Davis, that's his third baseman, though. If I feel it, I'm coming to you at third. They're going to try to race the lead runner. So it's on McPhee now to put it down to make the third baseman feel it. And they're going to keep him back. I think they're going to let Davis field the bunt. And McPhee gets a piece of it. 2 strikes on him here. Orlando McPhee, a.k.a. Smitty. Two strikes, still nobody out, by the way. The Lutheran now would run is on first and second. And he check swings. Just manages to catch a piece of it. Count stays 0-2. So a 0-2 count. And he gets him swinging, strikeout for the first out. So McPhee strikes out for the first out of the inning. And now a double play will get you out of the inning here if you're Long Island. And here's G. Bethel. Got a bunt signal his last time up. Facing off against Pedro Marcelo. Shows bunt here again, puts it down. And they'll throw over to first base in time for the out. 2 gone. So G. Bethel does get the job done. Good play by Thomas Davis to jump on it. Able to throw the runner out at first. So Davis fielding the bunt. And now a chance here to get out of the inning without giving up a run. Playing for one is what Davis tells the outfielders. And now the top of the order again. Here's Sheldon Nemore. Swing and a miss, strike one. Taking good care of me up here in the booth. Tuna sandwiches and Coke sodas. I love it. 0-1. I digress. That's strike two. So a good chance here by Davis. This would be a good morale booster if he can pitch his way out of it. Here comes the 0-2. Strike three, gets him. So Thomas Davis comes in and closes the door. Keeps it a 5-0 game. To the bottom of the third, we shall go. Long Island now with a chance to try and score some runs. They got to get it done soon, though. Otherwise, they're going to be running out of time. And again, you see Ninja coming out and arguing something with the umpires. I don't know what it could be. Ian Van, Little Joe Johnson. It's all Ninja, though. He doesn't like something that's happening in this game. I guess at some point somebody's going to tell us what's going on. I honestly don't understand what's happening there. But his team does have the lead here despite whatever else. He's not arguing because they're losing. $5-0 game in favor of Eleuthera, leading the top seed, Long Island, for the moment. At least. We'll see if that holds on, if that holds up. So as we continue action here at the field. Long Island now trying to get something going offensively. Fox. And to throw to first base in time for the first out. So Isaac Fox thrown out at first base. One gone here for Long Island. One of the few times we've seen Fox get out today. He's been very good with the bat. And the pitcher Pinder comes up a little lame after falling to his knees to try and so one gone. Here is Cavano Cartwright. And another meeting. Well, this is probably about this. And again, it's their. Maybe I don't know if they're making a defensive change. But a lot of stoppages here in this game here by Eleuthera. I guess they want to make sure that Pinder's okay. As the lights come back up. You can see it got brighter on your screen there. They had some issues with getting those stadium lights on. Now they're on. Pinder still moving a little gimpily. About as good an opportunity as you're going to get here if you're Long Island. Here in this third inning, time is not your friend. here in the bottom of the third. 5-0, and here comes Cavano Cartwright. Takes ball one. Ball and no strikes to Cartwright. Here in the bottom of the third inning. Well, Pinder likes it, so I guess it must have been a strike. I couldn't see on my monitor here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Facing off against Cavano Cartwright. 2-1. Put a little something extra on that, but couldn't throw it for a strike. Two and one. Here's the pitch from Pinder. Off the plate, 3-1. Three-one count. I guess Pinder couldn't hear me. He said, "What's the count?" I said, 3-1, sir. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. So they gave G the intentional walk last time. Garfield Bethel. Let's see if they do the same again. They got a 5-0 lead. We'll see if they go at him. And they will pitch to him, and he's going to get hit by the pitch. Oh, I might as well just give him the intentional walk. They hit him instead, and he's going to go on down to first base. Now, I'm not going to say that's intentional, but I'll just say that they walked him intentionally the first time, and then now they hit him to go down to first base. So they're on first and second now with 1 gone. And here comes Jeter Miller. Ball 1 high. So Jeter Miller with some pressure on him here. They keep putting him in a position to try and do something with the bat. They'll put Garfield on to make sure they face him. So he's got to at some point in time make him pay. 2-0 though. He's ahead in the count. Until he proves something, they're gonna continue to come at him as opposed to going against one of the better hitters in the Long Island lineup. Takes a strike. Two balls, 1 strike now to Jeter Miller. 1 gone here in the bottom of the third. Long Island runners on first and second. They have not been able to break through against Pinder in terms of scoring runs. Off the plate. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Jeter Miller. And timeout call as the infield wants to settle down the pitcher, Pinder. That's Marvin Wood, the veteran on the field right now, trying to let these guys know, hey, we just got to settle down here. We got ourselves a lead. We just need to make sure we keep this contained right where it is. 3-1 count to Jeter Miller. If I'm the manager, I just told him to take a pitch here. And that's ball 4. So that loads him up. And up steps Nicholas Cartwright. And a timeout called. They may make a pitching change here. Well, they're not going to make a pitching change. What they're going to do is try to bring the infield in a bit. Going to try to cut down the run, which is interesting. Playing double play depth. Up the middle, and the corners are in. First pitch swinging. Foul ball. Strike one. Nicholas Cartwright now in a big moment here for Long Island. Probably about as good an opportunity as you're going to get here to put some runs on the board. Clock is starting to tick away. Down to about 8 minutes here, so clock starts to become the enemy at this stage. Outside. 1-1. Pinder looks in. 1-1 pitch. Swings through it for a strike. Strike two. A ball and 2 strikes now on Nicholas Cartwright. Facing off against Sheldon Pinder. Bases loaded. 1 out. Just got to make some contact here and avoid a double play is what I'm saying. You got to get a run in. And he does catch a piece of it. Dead ball situation. Ball hit him while he was still in the batter's box. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out. Here in the bottom of the third. One ball, 2 strikes, bottom of the third inning, 1 gone, bases loaded for Long Island. And Pinder steps off and resets. The batter, Nicholas Cartwright. Ball outside, 2-2. And they throw down to third base, and they're going to call him out. And he throws the helmet in disgust. And I think he may be tossed from the ball game. And he is indeed gone. Cartwright thrown out of the ball game. Yeah, he was picked off at third base. Picked off at third base, and Shiesty makes his way out of the ball game. He has been tossed. So we've had our share of controversy in this game. None of it in the favor of Long Island. And the crowd loves it. Wow. What a turn of events here. 2 outs in the bottom of the third, just like that. So you go from a big opportunity to now being able to get out of this inning if you're a Luthra. 2 strikes now on the batter. Does not swing, and then he's going to head on down to first base. So they'll stay loaded. But that would have scored a run just now had it not been for the pickoff. And Garfield Bethel's going to steal home. Or was there a time called? I think time was called. Garfield Bethel tried to steal a run there for Long Island. Time was asked for and granted. You can see sun starting to set right there. Well, just about set here in the early evening. Just after the 8 o'clock hour. here at the Bankers Field. And here comes Carlos Pratt, the DP. Swings and fouls it away. One strike now on Pratt. As Pinder fixes the uniform. Bases are loaded. And now Pinder asks for time. Now he's ready to go. Carlos Pratt, the batter. Outside, ball one. One ball, one strike. Welcome our viewers to wherever you may be watching us, whether it's on our social media pages, whether you're watching on television, or even if you're listening on radio, 1540. Again, missing with a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike here. As Pinder trying to finish off the inning with Carlos Pratt at the plate. And by the way, with the clock at 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes, this will be the last at bat here, no matter what happens, I would imagine. So it's for Long Island, it's now or never. They trail 5-0. Ground ball. The throw gets away. They tried to get the force at third. And Long Island still alive. They get a run. 5-1. They had no play at first. G. Bethel tried to go to third to get the force out. But that didn't happen. So the inning does continue, and here's Shannon Cartwright now. He'll be batting next. And like we said, with the clock around 2 minutes left to play in this one, it's unlikely that Long Island is going to get another chance at this. So it is now or never here in this inning, here in the bottom of the third. And they are down to their last out. Strike one. Well, a lot of pressure on the shoulders here of the batter. The game rests on him right now. Pinder's got a little leeway. It's still a 4-run lead. And he fouls it now. He's in the hole, 0-2. Nothing to the count. And now they're down to the last strike. What has been a good tournament so far for Long Island could be coming to a disappointing close here. They would have to settle for playing for the bronze if they lose this game against Eleuthera. Pitch coming in. And again, he fouls it away to stay alive. The Long Island faithful still holding out hope. Bases are loaded. A grand slam here, for what it's worth, would tie the game. Pinder wants to know what the count is. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Throw down to first base. And he's going to get back in there safely. They try to throw behind the runner again. The runner gets in safely. We saw a player earlier this week, I think it was yesterday, diving back into first base just like that and dislocated his shoulder. Luckily, no injury coming out of this one. One ball, two strikes. One final out, one final chance here for Long Island. Trailing by 4 runs here in this semifinal, quarterfinal game. Winner advances to the gold medal. The loser would play for the bronze. The Long Islanders had not lost a game coming into the night, but now stand 1 out away from doing just that. Fly ball, fouls again out of play. So a good at bat here. Determined not to be that last out. Representing the last chance now for Long Island. Here's the pitch to the outfield. This could be trouble. Right fielder coming, he can't get there. 1 run, 2 runs. And not so quick, says Long Island. We're not done just yet. And that puts life back into the crowd. Teran Wood says, I lost it in the light. And still going is this one. Long Island not going to give up. Well, the scoreboard says 6-3. I thought it was 5-3. But the scoreboard says 6-3. I got to double check that. And now Ninja comes out to have a word with his pitcher. He says, look, just give me out. Just give me an out. So I'm trying to double check that score, guys. The scoreboard may be wrong. It is 6-3? It is 6-3. 6-4. Okay. So the score is 6-4 now in favor of Eleuthera. Still a 2-run game. Tying runs are on board. Here's Thomas Davis. Fouls it away. Big spot here for Thomas Davis, who bunted this way on last time. Now swinging the bat here, obviously in this situation with 2 gone, but does nothing for you. Tying run right there at second base. Davis waiting on the pitch from Pinda. Outside for a ball. One pitch coming in to Davis. Pinda lets it fly. Hits it hard. Down the left field line and foul. Boy, that had the crowd excited for a second. Thomas Davis. Now Pinda asks for a new ball. This thing is not over just yet. The Long Islanders still fighting. They're down to their last out, but they'll give it their best shot here with a chance here. Thomas Davis up the ladder, does not chase for a ball. They're going to throw behind the runner again, and in there safe. Boy, this catcher likes to throw behind the runners. You got to be careful with him. Six to 4 game. Thomas Davis representing the tying run. Pops it up. This could end it. Second baseman drifting over, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. So Eleuthera upsetting Long Island here as Pinder gets congrats. Look at that. He's excited, got tears, and kid comes out, greets him. What a moment here for the Eleuthera team. Nobody saw this coming into this game tonight. But the Long Islanders will have to be a little bit of disappointment. Is Alcott Forbes, who played for Exuma. Boy, our final score 6-4 Eleuthera. They play for the gold medal against the winner of the game tonight between New Providence and Grand Bahama. So disappointment for Long Island. They'll have to settle for playing for the bronze. High fives all around. Tough break if you're Long Island. Lots more softball still to come. Ladies playing up next. New Providence versus Mike Cal. We'll take a break. We'll come back in just a few. And we are here once again live at the Bankers Field. Playoff action continuing in the softball segment of the Bahamas games. This is the second of our ladies playoff games tonight, with the undefeated New Providence team going up against Mike Cal. But one thing we've seen already is that undefeated means nothing in a playoff situation. Mike Cal already with the leadoff runner on board. That's Aluan Hall. Tyler Miller at the plate. Looking at the defensive alignment here for New Providence. Steela Stevens on the mound. That's Aaliyah Ferguson catching balls and strikes for her behind the plate. Tyler Miller hits it to the right side, and that's going to be caught for out number one. Travia Smith, the right fielder, coming in to make the catch. One gone. First base, Sky Aubrey. Second base, April Davis. Third is Sari Aubrey. And then you have the shortstop today, Shante Curtis. We'll give you the outfield in a second. Meanwhile, strike one. And Taya Fowler has left field. Center field is Jenna Malone. And right field, Travia Smith. At the plate is Altavia Hall. Runner at first base. Popped up and unable to get to it as a catcher, so she'll have some life there. So Hall will get another shot at it with 2 strikes on her. There's Aluan Hall over there at second. Or at first, sorry. With 1 out. Nothing in 2 to the hitter. Pops it up. Sky Aubrey can't get there. That's going to be a fair ball. So that's a fair ball. Sky Aubrey thought it was going to go foul. It came back on her and ends up bouncing fair behind the plate, so behind the bag. So that remains a fair ball there. Had that happened in front of the bag and bounced fouled and gone into foul territory, then it would have been a foul ball. But ends up being a single. Runners at first and second now, 1 gone. And here's Alexandria Gabriel. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Alexandra. That one gets away. Runners will advance. 2-0 now. So Tila Stevens got to settle down a little bit here. Two balls, no strikes. Now 3 balls. Stevens having some issues finding the strike zone here with this batter. Gabriel sitting pretty right now. 3-0 count in her favor. Runners at second and third. And here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4, so they're loaded. So Alexandria draws the walk. And the bases are loaded for Ruth Ann Sims. Timeout called by New Providence here. Golden opportunity here in the top of the first inning for Mike Cal. And we'll see if they can capitalize here. Getting you all caught up on some of the earlier action. Grand Bahamas into the championship game. The ladies anyway. On the men's side, Eleuthera just defeated Long Island inside ball one to Ruth Ann Sims. So as I was saying, the Long Island men upset by Eleuthera a short while ago, a game you just watched if you were tuning in. Otherwise, if maybe you're just joining us, Ruth Ann takes strike one, 1-1. So Ruthie Sims in a big moment here facing off against Thela Stevens. Hubby, Darren Stevens, one of the coaches for this New Providence Buccaneers team. Ruthie, grounder, down to first base. They'll come home with the throw. And she will be out at the plate. There was no force on that, so I don't... Well, she's out either way. The force play was off. I thought the tag. Well, you know what? That's not my opinion to give my. It's not my job to get the opinion. The umpire makes the call, and that's it. So a golden opportunity, a race for Mike Cal. They'll leave him loaded. Double play to end the inning there, and now bottom of the first coming up. Mike Cal taking the field now for the first time. And let's give you those defensive alignments now as Mike Cal comes out. Brandia Ferguson on the mound, catching the balls and strikes behind the plate is Taisha Kelly. Tyler Miller will be at first. Alexandria Gabriel at second. Over at third, Ruth Ann Sims. Shortstop will be Altavia Hall. Out on left field is Aluan Hall. In center field, you got Laurel Henschel. And in right field, Dwanique Heel. So, boy, an exciting start to the ball game here as Mike Cal leaves them loaded. And New Providence defense able to not give up a run to start the contest. Bottom of first action now, getting ready to kick in. And we'll see what New Providence can do now. They've been putting up a lot of runs throughout the course of this softball segment. They put a lot of pressure on the defense. Good speed. They bunt. They hit, and they run. And we'll see whether or not Mike Cal can withstand the barrage here. They got a pretty good pitcher on the mound. We'll see whether or not she can hold them at bay here as Brandia Ferguson going through a final warm-up tosses. And New Providence will send Antea Fowler to the plate first, followed by Travia Smith and then Sari Aubrey. Batting third. In the cleanup spot tonight will be Thela Stevens. So we move to the bottom of the first inning. Nothing score so far, but here comes New Providence. Mike Cal will try to return the favor here and keep them scoreless the same way they were held scoreless. And stepping in now is Anthea Fowler to lead things off. Shows bunt. Like I said, they'll play small ball. They got some good speed out there, so that's the way they play it. They'll bunt. If you come up, they'll slap hit. They'll well coached. Darren Stevens and Shane Aubrey has this team well put together, and they get after you. Oh, 1. The count here now against Fowler. Brendia Ferguson on the mound for Mike Cal. Here comes the pitch. Grounder. Oh, right through the glove of the shortstop. Boy, that's a tough start there. Hall was in position. Came up a little bit early. The ball stayed down on her. And that's an error. It's also a base runner for New Providence. They don't need much help. Here's Travia Smith now. She shows bunt. Puts it down to throw to first base. In time, she'll be out. Throw over to third now. And safe at third. But you can tell, you see, they're going to be aggressive, taking the extra base. So Fowler was moving all the way. And now she has to go all the way back. So I'm not sure what happened. Okay, they say the bunt attempt was a foul ball. So all that meant nothing. It was a foul ball. Now they'll bring those infielders in, the corners in, anticipating the bunt here. That's a lot of running by Anthea Fowler to have the ball called foul. And Fowler's ready to go. She's taking a couple of deep breaths. Ready to go again. Here's the pitch, off and running. The bunt attempt is no good, and that's in there for a strike. But Fowler steals second base easily. Now, with the runner already in scoring position, do you take the bunt off? That's a good question here, or do you just let it swing? There's nobody out. Fowler's already gearing up to try and steal third, it looks like. Grounder back to the pitcher. Throw to first base in time, 2 away. Two gone, a runner at third. Here in the bottom of the first inning. And here comes a dangerous hitter for New Providence, Sari Albee. They only 1 away, sorry. And Sari takes ball 1. Tall athlete, Sari. That's her dad, Shane, right there. Third base coach. Takes strike 1. 1-1. Follow at third base. Looking for any opportunity to scamper home, so the catcher's got to be sure to block anything coming her way. But she is pretty good. I've seen her make some really nice plays during the course of this tournament. Missing away, 2-1. I think Brendia Ferguson wanted that pitch. Two and one. Sari swings at it and comes up empty. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sari Albee. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. And Thea Fowler 2-2. Here's the pitch. And Sari Aubrey strikes out. Two away now. So a good pitch from, we didn't see it there, but she did strike out. And here is another good hitter, Thela Stevens. Packs a lot of power. She'd like to get her team on the board. Here's the pitch from Brendia. Inside for ball one. Not sure what the call was. Couldn't see it from this angle. There's Brendia. Here's the pitch. Fouls it away. So Thela Stevens, with two away now, is trying to get a run across for New Providence. Drives it to the outfield, drops in for a hit. That's going to score a run. The throw in now is New Providence on the board. I was about to say, if they held them scoreless, I would think that was actually the first time that has happened in these games. But that's now a moot point because it's a 1-0 game. And you have to respect the power of Thela, so the outfielder was playing in the right spot. So here's Sky Aubrey now. Also has a little bit of power. And she'll take strike one and throw down to second base. As Thela steals second. So Brendia Ferguson trying to keep this game right where it is, 1-0. She's got two gone, facing off against Sky Aubrey. That one gets away, and Stevens is going to hustle on down to third. One and one the count now to Sky Aubrey. Facing off against Brendia Ferguson. We're in the bottom of the first inning of a game that has gold medal implications. And fouled off the foot. It's going to be a dead ball situation. 2 strikes now on Aubrey, though. She limps it off. Dad comes in to make sure she's okay. A ball and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Strike 3, she gets her swinging. Okay, so strike 2. I thought it was a strikeout. Well, I could swore they called another strike on her, but okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Sky Aubrey. And here's the 2-2. Lifts it to the outfield. Left fielder coming and charging in and off the body. A run's going to score. And Sky Aubrey into second base. No base hit. It'll be an error. But a run does score here. 2-0 in favor of New Providence. The left fielder, Hall, coming charging in. But the ball got on her maybe a little quicker than she anticipated. And now a timeout call by Michael. So now the inning continues. As April Davis comes in to bat. Takes strike one. 2-0 lead for New Providence here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-1. Fouls it back, strike two. It wasn't a foul ball, but she did swing at it and missed. Catcher just couldn't get it. 2 strikes now. Was moving over to third base is Sky Aubrey. And I think Ruth is saying I thought it was a foul ball. And it was, so she's going to have to go back to second. I thought the trajectory changed, but again, stranger things have been seen. So Sky Aubrey has to go back to second base. Oh, 2 the count. Strike 3. The throw down, and she is out at third. So they double them up. Returning the favor, the same thing happened in the top of the first for Michael, and now a double play ends the threat here for New Providence. At the end of one, it's a 2-0 lead, though, in favor of New Providence. We'll be right back. Second inning just ahead. And welcome back now, top of the second. Michael back at the plate. Big swing there as he comes up empty. New Providence striking for 2 in the bottom of the inning, in the bottom of the first, to establish their lead early. Now Michael looking to answer. At the plate now, Shiska Kelly. Count runs even, 1-1. Boy, so the fans are still here in the house. I mean, despite the fact that throughout the tournament, the games were $5 here in the evening. Now tonight they went up to 15 for the playoffs, I guess. Boy, they 200%. That's a big jump. But apparently I guess they figured the fans would pay it, and they have, because they're still here. Driven to the outfield. Could be trouble. But the right fielder settles underneath it and makes the catch for the first out. Travia Smith with the putout. And here comes Dwanique Heald to the plate to face off against Dila. She's laid on the fastball, strike 1. One gone here in the top of the second. Cal trails 2-0 against New Providence. The winner goes on to the gold medal game. The loser plays the bronze for the bronze. Grand Bahamas ladies already in there. They're waiting to see who they will play inside for a ball. Top of the second inning. That's in there for strike three, and that down she goes. So 2 quick outs now for Cal. With Heel going down on strikes. And here's Brendia Ferguson. Laurel Hanchel out there on deck. 2-0 game in favor of New Providence as Stevens looks to. That's going to be off the plate, ball one. Ball and no strikes. Ferguson, grounder. That somehow gets through, and she's going to head on. Think about going to second. Now scampers back to first. So Brendia Ferguson on board with a base hit. And that'll bring Laurel Hanchel to the plate with 2 outs. Here's a look at Thela Stevens. Got married last year to Darren Stevens. Throws strike one. Darren, the manager for this New Providence team. Fouls it away. Strike two. So Hanchel, boy, I tell you, she got a big swing off this now. She may be short, but she's not lacking in power, that's for sure. Fouls it back. So the runner at first base, but 2 gone here. And that's in there, strike number 3. So she gets a looking, and the inning is over. Well, the top of the inning is over. They get a runner on base, but they leave us stranded. We'll move to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 2-0 lead. New Providence coming back up to the plate, looking to add some more. So Cal still trying to find a way to get some runs on the board. So a $15 cover charge to get into the arena tonight, but that has not daunted the fans from coming out. In contrast, I tell you, that's how it happened at tennis. It was actually live. It was actually free all week at tennis, and they fed you. They gave you free food, too. Softball understanding the nature of their fans, knowing they'll pay to come and watch some softball action. So here we go now. New Providence looking to add some runs. As the center fielder at the plate. This is Jenna Malone. As we start the bottom half of the second. Malone takes the ball low, 1-1. One ball, one strike to Jenna Malone here as we are in the bottom half of the second. New Providence looking to join Grand Bahama in the gold medal game. Mike Cal looking to do this exactly the same thing. Malone down to second base to throw over to first. In time, that's the first out. Perhaps some of the best pitching here faced by New Providence to this point. They've been dominating offensively otherwise. And you know what? I just realized who Jenna Malone was. I've seen her grow up. Baseball player at the Junior Baseball League of Nassau many years ago. Well, not that many, but you know. But now I see her again. It took me a second. I was like, why does this name sound so familiar? Strike one. This is Aaliyah Ferguson getting her first at bat now. This is the catcher for New Providence. Popped up into the air. Could be trouble, but the center fielder calls for it. And the left fielder kept on coming. Center fielder was right there. Aaliyah hustling all the way to third base, and she's going to be out at third. Ruth Ann Sims getting the tag. So by right, she actually got out twice. I don't understand what happened in the outfield there. That's the center fielder's ball the entire way. She settled underneath it. And I don't know why the left fielder, Aluann Hall, came running across her and knocked it out of the glove. The good thing is it doesn't hurt him because the throw comes in time to get the out. But, man, that could have been disastrous for Mike Cal. A ball and no strikes now. As Shante Curtis now at the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Ball low in the dirt, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Off the glove of the catcher, 3-0. To count here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs. New Providence leading by 2 in this playoff game here this evening. We still have one more to come tonight as New Providence men set to square up against Grand Bahama. That's a strike. 3-1. She was taken all the way. Three balls and a strike now. Here's the 3-1 pitch. She swings at it for strike two. Perhaps a little anxious. That ball obviously in the dirt. She might have had her mind made up to swing at it before the pitch even was released. That's how it seemed in that one, because she obviously didn't pick up the softball too well. But now the count full here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A chance here for Brandia Ferguson to get out of it with no damage. But it'll be ball 4. Try to put a little too much on it. So the inning stays alive as they'll come back to the top of the order here. Here's Anthea Fowler. She reached last time up. Shows bunt. Pulls it back, but that'll be strike one. Run takes off and ends up at second. Like I said, this New Providence team, they'll take bases. If you're not paying attention. Hard hit. And foul. Boy, she cracked that one pretty well. Down the line for a foul for strike two. So even though she likes to bunt, Fowler apparently packs a little punch into that bat. That was pretty well hit. Oh, 0-2 now the count, with Brandia Ferguson on the mound. Here's the pitch. Tried to change it up. Skips that one in for a ball. One and two now. And here comes the 1-2 from Ferguson. Hit hard to the left field. And the catcher is made by Hall. So hard hit, but it ends up being no damage done. We'll head to the top of the third in just a few moments. It's a 2-0 game in favor of New Providence. We'll be back with more softball in a moment. Yeah, man, right here. As Aluan Hall stepping back into the batter's box for her second time through. Grounder down to the left side, and a nice diving play there by Sky Aubrey to get the out. Tila Stevens said, I was there, you could have just flipped it over. Aubrey says, it looks better if I slide. One gone. Here in the top of the third inning, Mike Cal trailing 2-0. And here's Tyler Miller, who flied out her first time up. And looks like as if she's going to fly out again. Well, she's lucky it gets out of play. Nothing in one now as Tyler will go back into the batter's box. I think that's what Sunshine is telling her right now. Renee Davis, the manager for Mike Cal, trying to tell Skylar, level that swing out. You're lifting the ball too much. Dropping that back shoulder. Yeah, she's practicing whatever she was telling her. Trying to make an even swing. Level cut, as they say. In today's age of launch angles, everybody tries to, and then she does the same thing, pops it up. Catcher's going to drift over and make the catch for out number 2. So habits die hard. She practiced it but didn't execute it, and now it pops up much the same way she did the first time. 2 gone here in the top of the third. And here's Altavia Hall. Mike Cal, shortstop. Takes ball 1 high. Not your prototypical shortstop build, but she's been effective in that spot. Here's the pitch. And fouls it off the foot. That's going to be a dead ball. So Hall will jog back to the plate. With a ball and a strike to her credit. Those don't feel too good when they foul them off the foot, that's for sure. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike here to Hall. 2 outs in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. And gets her with a changeup out front. Count runs 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Two and 2 is our count here in the third inning. Does not chase. 3 and 2 now. That one goes away in the dirt. All the softball fans. Boy, little smatterings of lightning in the distance. Play does continue. 3 and 2. And that's ball 4. As Hall goes down to first base with the walk. This is unlike, I said the Bahamas is unlike anywhere else in the world. If you go to a lot of tournaments in the U.S. and there's lightning in the area, it could be 50 miles away. If they see a flash of lightning, game's on suspension. If nobody got struck by lightning, we keep going. Here's Alexandria Gabriel. Take strike 1. Gabriel walked her last time up. This time she grounds over to the shortstop. Throw is going to get nobody. No throw, I should say. Shortstop went to the ground to try and field it. But Alexandria runs well, and there was no play to be had. Wisely decides to hold on to it. So another chance here with 2 outs for Mike Cal. They got a run in scoring position. Timeout called. They want to discuss how they want to approach Ruth Ann Sims here, who was a pretty good hitter. This game's gone by pretty quickly. It's top of the third. It's well played. Clock continues to tick away now in this timeout situation. If I'm Mike Cal, I'm like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. We're down. Smart move here by New Providence. Every second counts. Call a couple of timeouts. Those minutes may come back to be in your favor a little bit later on. First and second, 2 gone. It's going to take a hit here from Ruth Ann. Swings at the first pitch. The throw over the first base, and they'll get her. So Ruth Ann, unproductive. That was almost like a swinging bunt. But Thieler picking it up and using that strong arm to throw out, and Mike Cal comes up empty. To the bottom of the third we go. New Providence still with a 2-0 lead. Mike Cal holding on for dear life. That's coming up in a second as they move to the bottom of the third inning. We've had ourselves a good ball game to this point. As the Mike Cal squad trots on back to the field. Looking at the clock there, about 27 minutes left to play. So you got some time. Again, the game's still very much in reach. It just takes one good inning here. They've been able to hold this explosive New Providence offense at bay for the most part. 2-0 is not bad. Last night, remember, they were up 16-0 in the first inning of a game they eventually won in stop fashion by the mercy rule. So they can generate runs, and that's been pretty much the story for New Providence throughout this tournament. But tonight, Mike Cal giving them a bit of a run for their money here. A miscue here and there has been the difference, and that's why the score is what it is. But 2-0 is not a bad deficit now at this stage, as Brendia Ferguson's done a good job on the mound. We'll see if that continues as we go to the bottom of the third here. Bottom 3 coming up. And we'll see how they stack up here for New Providence. It looks like the 2, 3, and 4 hitters will be coming up. It's Fowler leading things off. We're at the top of the order. Grounder gets past for a base hit. On her way to second already. I told you these ladies can run. That's Travia Smith with a leadoff double. Yeah, you cannot take a while to get to the ball. They'll keep going. And now Sari Aubrey comes to the plate. Now Sari struck out her last time, so you know she's looking to do something special here. Just got the sense they're just waiting to explode. Strike one. Sari also played for New Providence in the volleyball. This one hit to left field and just foul. Well, the left fielder playing, well, I guess Sari does have the power to reach out there. So you got to respect that. She does have 2 strikes, though. Bottom of the third inning. It's a 2-0 contest. Michael trying to keep it there. Brandia Ferguson has been doing a good job here. Here's the 0-2. Strike three. She gets a licking yet again. So Sariobi strikes out for the second time. That's a big inning. That's a big out, I should say. And they're going to walk Thiele. So Thiele gets the intentional walk, and that's a smart move. It puts the double play. It puts the force out back in effect. And it takes the bat out of the hands of a very good hitter. It'll bring up Sky Aubrey, who is a double play candidate. And they're going to pinch run here for Stevens, the pitcher. Playing for runs here is New Providence. Understanding 2-0 is not a big lead. So they put some more speed on the base pads, and we'll see if maybe they're off and running here on the first pitch to try and erase the double play. Strike. So Sky Aubrey takes strike one. Runner stay put. Fowler looks as if she's ready to take off at any given chance here. She's into a runner stance. That's a ball. Good stop by the catcher. 1-1 now. The count is 1-1 here in the bottom of the third. And again, missing low, trying to keep that ball on the ground. Doesn't want to give Sky anything that she can lift. You want to induce a ground ball in this situation. That gives you a chance to turn a double play and get out of the inning. A ball and 2 strikes to Sky Aubrey. Swings over the top. Now it's 2 strikes on her, 2-2. We had it backward on the board. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes to Sky Aubrey. Grounder. They get 1. They'll try for 2. And she can't hold on to it. A run will score. They almost turned the double play. They'll get 1, but not 2, and that allows a run to come across. Here's the pitch now. And foul. The scoreboard has not changed, but it is a 3-0 lead. On that last play, here's the pitch now. Taken high for a ball. This is April Davis. And now they make the change on the scoreboard. It's 3-0 here in favor of New Providence here. So Sky won't get the RBI. It's a fielder's choice. But it does bring home a run on the double play attempt. That's a strike. 1-2 now. Game still very much in reach here if you're Mike Cal. A lot of time left to play. 19 minutes still on that clock. And did she go? Well, I would have checked that if I were them. Nobody, they don't appeal it. I thought she went on that. I would have appealed that strike. They don't, and so she's going to stay in the batter's box, 2-2 now. Wind starting to whip around here at the stadium. That one's driven to left field. Left fielder drops back, and she can't make the play. Sky Aubrey hustling around the base paths. The throw to home plate. And the catcher drops it, so the run will score. Wow, what a tough break there. They were out of the inning. Hall was back on it, seemingly in position to make the catch, and it doesn't. Ends up dropping. Then they have a chance to get the run at home. The catcher can't hold on to it. And just like that, it's a 5-0 game. Devastating error that time for Mike Cal. Think about it. They were in this game. They were only down 2-0, and now all of a sudden, 3 runs later, it's a 5-0 deficit. Still 2 outs. And now signs of concern if you're Mike Cal, because you can see this one start to slip away from you. And that brings up Jenna Malone to the batter's box. And it's 6-0 apparently on the scoreboard. 5, it is 5. 5 was the right number. 5-0. They put a 6 spot up there, but it's only 5. It was 3 and then 2 runs came in, so it's 5-0. I'll tell you what, a lot of lightning out there. They're going to continue play for the moment anyway. Like I said, if in the Bahamas, if nobody gets struck by the lightning, we'll keep going. Still have one more game left to come here tonight. A men's matchup between New Providence and Grand Bahama. It looks like I did feel the wind shift a little bit. We may be in for some rain. The wind is whipping around. That's a strike to Jenna Malone here. We'll keep our fingers crossed that the weather at least allows us to finish off the action here this evening. Gold and bronze medal games are scheduled for tomorrow. Malone fouls it away, strike 2. Turn of events here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Mike Cal. Giving up 3 runs now to grounder. Through for a base hit. Jenna Malone runs well. He's going to try and go to second. Now wisely goes back. Good charge to hold her at first by the center fielder. So Jenna Malone keeps the inning alive here for New Providence. And that's going to bring up Aaliyah Ferguson, the catcher. Fouled away for strike 1. So Aaliyah Ferguson at the plate now for New Providence. They're up 5-0. See some of the New Providence men down the left field line warming up. They're watching now at the moment, kind of seeing how their ladies do. Hoping they'll punch their ticket to the gold medal game and that they can join them. Again, a foul ball, 2 strikes. So Aaliyah Ferguson battling at the plate right now. For New Providence. Now she gets back into the batter's box. And Jenna Malone is asking the coach, do I steal the base? Off and running, fouled away. So Jenna will have to come back. He's trying to put the run in motion, maybe get a hit and run, maybe vacate that hole as the fielder shifts for the throw. Jenna's like, man, this is a lot of running. Takes off again, strike. Strike 3, so that'll end it. So at the end of 3 innings, it's a 5-0 lead now for New Providence. We'll go to the top of the 4th in just a few, but right now we'll take a break and we'll come back with more action in just a few moments. And we resume action here at the Bankers Field. Top of the 4th now. Michael trying to generate some offense. And they are running out of opportunities at this stage. Timeout call by New Providence here. Not sure what the holdup is. It was a 2-0 game going into the bottom of the 3rd. Then New Providence scores 3 more to make it 5-0. Hard hit to the second baseman, and that's one away. Nice play by April Davis to field that one. Made it look easy. One gone, and here's the second batter here for Michael. Swinging the first pitch to the outfield. Drives the outfield back over the head. Randia Ferguson putting a charge into one. And she continues to hit the ball well. Randia trying to help her own cause here. She's the pitcher. And now on second base with a double. That brings up Laurel Hanschel. Well, actually, this is now Brent Deere at the plate here. That was Dwanique Heald with that last hit. And now Heel takes off at third base. And she's going to be out. Wow, what was she thinking about on that one? 2 gone. Boy, that was an ill-advised try there. I mean, the ball was literally right there to be picked up, and she maybe thinks she's a lot faster than she is. Now the play down to, and that's going to be an out. What a nice play there by April Davis again. Makes 2 nice plays in the inning. And just like that, the top of the 4th comes to a close. Quick 1, 2, 3 for Mike Cal. And they're seeing their chance at playing for a gold medal start to slip away. Right around 8 minutes left on the clock. I could hear Renee Davis chastising Heald down below for getting out, trying to get the third on that play. That's one of those head scratches. But it is what it is. I mean, it's not going to change things, I guess, at this point. We hope that's a learning situation for the next time, I suppose. What has become the anthem of 2023, Nassau is the capital of Bahamas. Playing here at the stadium. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning now, as New Providence comes back to the plate here after building a 5-0 lead. They'll look to add on. And it looks as if they're going to insert a couple of subs into the contest here at the bottom of the 4th inning. In the batter's box now for New Providence is number 21. So they will go to the bench. That's a strike, 1-1. Trying to get the name of the substitute here. Takes it outside for a ball. New Providence with a nice lead. Fouls it away for a strike. 2-2 now. So this looks like Bo at the plate now, pinch hitting. Breeze picking up here at the stadium. Takes high for a ball. Count runs full now, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. New Providence holding on to a 5-0 lead here against Mike Cal in the bottom of the 4th. That one's going to be a nice catch by Hall at shortstop. I thought for sure that was going to drop in for a base hit. But Altavia Hall says, no, not so fast, not on my watch. and corrals it for the out. One gone. And now we're back to the top of the order. This is Ontavia Fowler again. Timeout called, and obviously New Providence burning clock here. This is the situation. They're just eating up that clock, making sure this is the last at bat. Smart move here by Shane Aubrey. Clock is under 4 minutes, so this is, for all intents and purposes, the game's over. That one struck hard down left field line and foul. They changed up outfielders. Hall is now moved over. And they move the center fielder to left. That's Laurel Hanschel, who's now patrolling left field. Hard hit ball down the line and foul. That sends everybody scampering over on the left side. And there Fowler in the batter's box. Brandia pulls the string on that one. Two and two. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. As what has turned into a 5-0 game here in favor of New Providence. Well played though on both sides. There's a few miscues by Mike Cal. They'll probably go back and think about this if they don't end up coming back to win this game. They'll talk about the couple of mistakes they made that ended up costing them a potential chance at a gold medal. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. She gets a look in, and she knew it. So Fowler down on strikes. Okay, so she doesn't agree with it. But it's a strike anyway. And here's Travia Smith. I thought it was a good pitch, to be honest with you. It looked like a strike from here. Light rain starting to fall here at the park. Ball one high. Travia Smith, your batter. And this is the end of the game. I don't know. They might as well call it at this point. No matter what happens, the game is over. So you're just playing out the clock. But Mike Cal is not going to bat. 1-1. There is no time left on the clock here, so theoretically the umpire could just say game right about now, and that would be irrefutable. They have him out here unnecessarily, in my opinion. The game's over. It's not as if Mike Cal is going to get to bat again. This is going to be the end of the inning. 2 balls, 1 strike. Inside, 3-1. Maybe just getting some reps in, I guess. I think now they're going to call game. There it is, game. So they wait for the final seconds to tick off. My good friend Dick Brown coming by the scorer's booth. Welcome, sir. Game is over. 5-0. This score. New Providence will play for the gold medal tomorrow. Up against Grand Bahama. And Mike Cal will play for the Bronze. And they will play Andros tomorrow in the bronze medal contest. One more game left to play here tonight. New Providence versus facing off against Grand Bahama. The winner goes on to play for gold. The loser would face Long Island for the bronze medal contest.
All right, so I'm here at Fieldside with the manager for New Providence Ladies, Darren Stevens, and you guys able to pick up a nice win there. It was kind of close, nip and tuck early on, 2-0 game, and then you're able to score those 3 security runs to push it to the eventual 5-0 deficit. How do you feel now as you move to the gold medal game?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to give Joe all the praise for us being here. But to answer your question is, we executed pretty well for the most part. The girls came out. We didn't look ahead on our opponent, and we just executed on the defensive and offensive side of the ball.
You know, you guys have been pretty dominant throughout this tournament. You've blown away just about everybody tonight. What are really the first real challenges you might have had in terms of being able to have to play the game a little bit differently? Does that now give you a little different sense of confidence moving forward to play for the gold medal against Grand Bahama?
Well, definitely it does. That's why when we practice, we try to practice the right stuff. my philosophy is perfect practice make perfect. So we don't look past no team. We go execute. Even the little minute stuff, we pay attention to it, the detail, and we execute offensively and defensively.
Well, you got one step out of the way. Next up, you got to execute to win that gold medal. Good luck moving forward.
Well, thank you. Well, you know, Grand Bahama will be a challenge. I think we're up to the challenge. Me, myself, and the coaching staff, we put in a lot of work with these girls, and we expect one thing: just win, baby.
There you go. So Darren Stevens joining us here. They are ready for the gold medal game. They'll face off against Grand Bahama right here tomorrow. Meanwhile, we have one more game on the docket as Grand Bahama's men getting ready to square off against New Providence. The winner will play for the gold medal there. The loser will have to settle for playing for bronze. We'll take it right back to the studios and come back in a moment.
And welcome back once again. Our final game of the night just underway here at the Bankers Stadium. New Providence playing Grand Bahama for the right to go to the gold medal contest. We are just underway here in the top of the first. Leadoff batter at the plate is Angelo Watson. There is a slight rain. 2 strikes now on Watson. Cardinal Gilbert on the mound tonight for this New Providence team. Behind the plate is Angelo Dillett. We'll give you the rest of the defense shortly. Trying the little change up off the glove of the third baseman and hustling down the line and arriving safely is Angelo Watson. So Angelo Watson legs out I don't know how they'll score that. I thought he should have fielded it, so I'll give that an error. Gilbert was ready to cut right back on the rub and face off against the next hitter. So Michael Sweeting now will come to the plate. That was off the glove of the third baseman, Aaron Wood. So here's Michael Sweeting now, just on the way, top of the first inning. New Providence versus Grand Bahama. The winner goes on to play for gold. Little show bunt, popped it up, and a chance for the double play. Do they get it? Gets back safely. 1 away there on the bunt attempt as he pops it up. Good quick reaction, though, by the fielder to get to it, and also a quick reaction by Watson to dive back in there. Just barely beat the throw. That would have been a double play otherwise. As Russell at the batter's box now, swings at the first pitch and fouls it away straight back. Desmond Russell batting third now for Grand Bahama. 1 out here in the top of the first. Angelo Watson getting on first base after the misfield by the third baseman for New Providence, Aaron Wood, who couldn't come up with it cleanly. And Russell again fouls it straight back, so Watson will have to jog back to first base. He was off and running on the pitch. One out here in the first inning for Grand Bahama. Michael Sweeting out on the bunt attempt. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Desmond Russell strikes out to throw down to second, and the throw gets past. That's going to be a run here as Angelo Watson runs well. And 1-0 Grand Bahama. The throw would have beaten him badly, but it was offline. Angelo Dillett trying to throw out the runner. Nobody was covering. For whatever reason, I don't know what was going on. Miscommunication there by the fielders. Gets through, and that's once Watson saw that happen, he just kept running. And just like that, Grand Bahama on the board, 1-0. Two gone now. As Desmond Russell strikes out, and here's Mikael Bethel. And Bethel right at the second baseman, and that's an out. But not before Grand Bahama scores the unearned run. They take the early lead. We'll head to the bottom of the first. It's a 1-0 contest. Grand Bahama coming out to play defense for the first time. So as they take the field here for Grand Bahama, let's give you the defensive alignment, how they'll set up today. On the mound will be Quentin Cooper. Behind the plate is Hakeem Cooper. First base, Larry Russell. Second base, Michael Sweeting. Third base is Quentin Roll. Shortstop, Desmond Russell. As he moved to the outfield, Angelo Watson in left. Mikael Bethel in eighth in center field. And Teran Roll will play right. New Providence will lead things off with Lamar Matty Watkins, followed by Jay Seymour, and then Angelo Dillett batting third. Austin Hanna is batting cleanup for New Providence here tonight.
Yeah, he tried bunt.
But we are ready to go here in the bottom half of the first. Grand Bahama now at the plate. Well, back onto the field for the first time. Here is New Providence now at the plate for the first time. If you're just joining us, Grand Bahama had Angelo Watson get on board with an error by the third baseman. He eventually comes around to score on a couple of on a misthrow as he was stealing second. Desmond Russell struck out. Remember, Michael Sweeting got out on the pop-up trying to bunt Watson to second base. But then Desmond Russell would strike out as Watson was trying to steal. The throw down to second gets away, and Watson keeps going and scores the run. So that's where we are right now. 1-0 score in favor of Grand Bahama. And here is New Providence, Lamar Watkins, to face off against the pitcher, Quentin Cooper. I think that was strike one. Oh, 1. We'll get these camera angles in a minute. There we go. 0-2 now. The count to Lamar Watkins. Watkins, national team center fielder, trying to get his way on board. Takes it for a ball. 1-2 here. The winner of this one goes on to play for the gold medal. Luther is already waiting. 2 strikes. Quentin Cooper. And he strikes out Watkins, 1 away. So Watkins down on strikes. And here's Jay Seymour. Cooper with the pitch. Strike 1. And Jay Seymour digging back in. Here's the 0-1 from Cooper. Showing bunt, gets it down, but it's going to be foul. Good try there by Jay Seymour. But he can't keep it fair, and it's now going to be 0-2. Seymour angry with himself. Had a good pitch to bunt, couldn't quite keep it fair there, so now he'll have to get it done with 2 strikes on him. Now he'll ask for time. Cooper's ready to throw this thing in there. 0-2 the count to Jay Seymour. Angelo Dillard waiting on deck. And here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's too high for a ball. And it looked like the umpire thought about making that strike 3. But instead it'll be 1-2 now to Seymour. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and here's the pitch coming in from Quentin Cooper. And he fights it off to stay alive. So Jay Seymour giving it a little bit of a battle here. And Quentin will have to try again. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. That's away, and now the count goes 2-2. So a good eye there by Jay Seymour not to chase that one. Cooper waits for the sign and lets it fly. And he gets him swinging on the outside half as Jay Seymour goes on strikes. 2 gone now for New Providence. And in steps Angelo Dillett, the catcher. Dillett throws right-handed, but bats left. Now batting from the left side here. First pitch swinging. That gets through for a base hit. So Angelo Dillett with a 2-out single. And he's on board. New Providence in business here. And he's the catcher, so they'll bring in their runner here. Jay Seymour will come in to run. As the rule states, it's the last out that comes in to run for the catcher in this type of situation with 2 outs. They want to let them get in there, speed rule, get inside the dugout and start getting dressed and ready to play. So here's the cleanup man, Austin Hanna. Bottom of the first inning, Austin Hanna at the plate. And he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. He thought it was inside. Our final game of the evening here tonight as we are winding things down. The winner goes on to play for the gold medal. The loser will play for bronze tomorrow. Quentin Cooper with the pitch. That one's popped up into the air. Center fielder dropping back, settles in underneath and makes the catch for out number 3. So New Providence gets the runner on board, but they can't do anything with it. We've come to the end of the first inning. It's a 1-0 score. Grand Bahama leading it. The second inning is just around the corner. We'll take a break. We'll come right back with more in just a few. So back now to live action here. We move to the second inning in a tightly contested ball game to this stage. 1 run is all that stands between a gold medal and playing for bronze to this stage. 1-0 is score. Grand Bahama. They scored in the top of the first. New Providence did not. So that's where we are. In the box now, Quentin Roll. Boy, Quentin had 2 of the longest home runs I've seen at this ballpark during this tournament. Hit both of them onto the soccer field. So he's a dangerous hitter if you miss. And speaking of which, he was taking a big hack at that one. 1-1. Was he? A ball and a strike now. And Jerome Hanna here in the announcer's booth with me says those were off of me. Those will be memorable. I'm telling you, those, I mean, when you talk about getting, that was tattooed. I mean, he had a couple of bombs. And we got a timeout situation here. I don't know what's going on. The umpire's discussing something down there at field side. 1-1 is our count, though, to Quentin Rowe. There's Brandon, the manager for Grand Bahama. Brandon Jones. Used to be a pretty good softball player in his own right. Now coaching this Grand Bahama squad. And here's Cardinal Gilbert. Hard hit by Quentin Rowe. Boy, he hits the ball hard. You better be ready if you're playing those corners. This particular third base, he turns on it. It's going to get on you in a hurry. Better have your glove ready. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Quentin Rowe, leading off here in the top of the second. And Andrew Burrows has called a timeout. I think a warning issued. The Grand Bahama bench, they had some players maybe out of the dugout. 1-2 now. Changeup gets him. Now, how is that not strike 3? Didn't he foul off a couple of pitches? Is my math off? I swore I saw him foul off 2 pitches. Maybe not. All right, so now he's got 3 strikes. Well, 2 strikes, I should say. 2-2. And now the umpire, Justin, says 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Goes back to the changeup and pops him up. Center fielder Mark Watkins drifting over, makes the catch for out number 1. The light's fooling him for a second. You see him pointing up into the sky there. At night it's difficult to adjust to it. You look up at the wrong time and it's going to blind you. He was able to get in there and make the out, though, as Roll goes down on strike, well, by the fly out to center field. In comes Larry Russell, and he'll take strike 1. It's a 1-0 game here in the top of the second as Cardinal Gilbert and a late swing by Russell to follow it back. Two strikes. Oh, 2 to Larry Russell. 1 out here in the top of the second. And he gets a hold of 1. Left fielder going back. He's going to watch it fly, and it's out of here. Larry Russell goes deep. 2-0 Grand Bahama. A blast by Larry Russell puts Grand Bahama up by 2. This is a dangerous lineup for Grand Bahama. They got a lot of guys with some power. Tell you what, Brandon Jones told me prior to this game, he said, you didn't interview me today, but you'll interview me tonight as the winning coach going to the gold medal game. And into the batter's box next is Akeem Cooper. And the horns are blowing once again. slap bunt. And that's going to be foul. Well, he was caught for an out. Third baseman jumped right all over that thing. That's Aaron Wood, who was coming in to make the play, able to snatch it and make the out. And now here's the pitcher, Quentin Cooper. Swings for strike one. Popped into the air. Watkins calls for it and makes the catch. And that'll be 3 outs there, but once again, Grand Bahama adds another run to their total, this time by the long ball, as Larry Russell goes deep. It's a 2-0 game. We will head to the bottom of the second inning now. New Providence still trying to find some offense. As we continue with softball here at the Bankers Field. What a good softball tournament this has been here in these Bahamas games. We've seen some good games across the board, both on the men's and ladies side, and now we're down to the nitty-gritty as these teams fight now for medal contention. Big third baseman there, Quentin Rowe. Boy, this is a big fella to be playing third base, but all right, so I'll bite. I guess if you can hit the ball as deep as he does, it don't really matter. You know what? Sometimes on third base, mostly the ball comes right at you anyway. You don't have to range too much in softball, so you just got to have quick hands. We certainly know he has those, which is why he's able to turn on those fastballs and hit them as far as he does. So we will move to the bottom of the second inning. New Providence still looking for their first runs, and they'll see if they can get it done here. So to start things off here will be number 5 hitter, Stephen Russell, followed by Myron Johnson and then Aaron Wood. So here we go, bottom second action coming up. And that's Stephen Russell in the batter's box facing off against Cooper. Ball one taken for the start of the at-bat here, 1-0. One-0 pitch. That 2 misses, 2-0. Now the catcher wants to come out and have a word. Cooper to Cooper now, they're having a discussion. My guess is they're related. I don't know. 2-0. Quentin Cooper getting the sign now from Akeem. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Big swing, and he comes up empty for strike one. Stephen Russell ready for the 2-1 delivery. Missing away, 3-1. So the Bahamas, well, New Providence as is trying to get a base runner on board. Again, swinging in, fouls it back for strike two. They'll draw ball 4 for the walk. So a leadoff walk here to get things going for the New Providence team in the bottom of the second inning. And in steps Myron Johnson for his first at bat. New Providence looking to try to get something going offensively here. Shows bunt, puts it down, and that's going to be a dead ball. Dead ball situation. He was still in the batter's box. Grand Bahama wants him to be called out, saying he was out of the batter's box, but no doing. Good call by the home plate umpire, Andrew Burrows. He was definitely still in the batter's box. Don't blame Grand Bahama for arguing, though. They want to, why not? If you can influence the call, why not try it? A lot on stake, a lot of stake here in this game. Fans continuing to make their way into the ballpark here for this final game of the night. By the way, we'll have this broadcast on until 11. We do have to sign off at 11. Hopefully this one will be completed by then. But if not, we'll tell you all about it tomorrow in the newscast. That's a big swing, and he misses on the fastball. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. New Providence on the trail end of a 2-0 score, trying to make something happen. Cooper drops the bunt down. They'll try to get their out at second, and they do. Quick play by Cooper. Good thinking. So the bunt does not do its job. One gone now, and now they just replaced the runner at first. Myron Johnson now at first base. And here's Miguel Hanna. Actually, this is Aaron Wood at the plate. Myron Johnson at first, reaching on a fielder's choice. So here's Aaron Wood. The runner takes off, and he's going to end up at second. Johnson's upset with himself. He's thinking, had I known where the ball was, I could have gone to third. Still talking to himself over there at second base. So Aaron Wood, a chance here with a base hit to drive in a run with the speed of Johnson out there. That's a strike. Right down Broadway, he did not offer at it. He was taken the whole way. 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count 2-0. You got to be looking for something like that. I would have been looking to swing. 2-1. Now he reaches out, slaps at one. He's going to get out of play. That's why I would have been looking to drive something 2-0. Because now you put yourself in a hole. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Essentially, you're at the pitcher's mercy. He's got 2 pitches to play with. 2-2 to Wood. Inside, ball 3. So he tried to attack him on the inside corner, but misses. 3-2 to Wood. Runner at second is Johnson. 1 gone here in the bottom of the second. Here comes the 3-2. Slaps it to the right side. They'll get the run out at first. And now 2 gone with Johnson over at third. So it's going to take a hit here on pass ball to score the run as Miguel Hanna comes to the plate. Pass ball would score a run with the speed of Myron Johnson. we'll see if Miguel can put a charge into one. He's a big, strong boy. First baseman. Snaps it up the middle. Shortstop Russell comes up with it, fires over in time for the out. That's how it's going to end. So they get the runner on board. They can't do anything with it. Our score remains 3-0 as New Providence still can't find a way to get on the scoreboard. At the end of 2, it's a 2-0 game in favor of Grand Bahama. We'll be right back. Softball continues. Good leadoff by Grand Bahama now. As Desmond Russell. So as Turan Roll drops down the butt. Third baseman Stephen Russell. Third baseman Aaron Wood tried to come up with it. That's the second time, though, a butt has come his way. He's not been able to feel it cleanly. So leadoff man on board now for Grand Bahama. And up comes leadoff man Angelo Watson. No pitch count yet. This is a new batter. Watson swinging. Throw down to second base. Overthrowing again. They try to deke him into trying for third base. So Angela Dillett has tried to throw out a runner unsuccessfully 2 times tonight. Both throws have been too high to make anything happen. So the runner at second. Watson pops it up. Dillett tried to get there. I'm not sure that he did. Angelo over his 40 now, so 5-6 years ago, 10 pounds lighter, maybe he makes that play. Right now it's a 2-strike count. You'll wonder if he'll maybe take that bunt off and try to swing away here. Runner's already in scoring position with nobody out here, so I mean, if you could make contact, it does do the same thing as the bunt, which is advance the runner. Here's the 0-2. Swinging and strikes him out. So Watson unable to make contact, and there's one away. Big strikeout there for Cardinal Gilbert. To keep the runner right there at second. Swinging first pitch. Right back into the mouth of our camera there behind the plate. Thank God the plexiglass was there. So right off the plexiglass that's there to protect our cameraman, and thank goodness that wasn't there the first day or two. Sure, he's clear. He's pretty glad it's there right now. Michael Sweeting drops the butt down. The throw to first base in time. The runner turns a big turn around third, and he's going to be out at third base. 3 gone. He took a huge turn coming around third, couldn't get back in time. Tagged out at third for the third out, and that's the way the top of the third ends. The umpire was right there to make the call. No argument from Grand Bahama. And that's the way the third inning begins. We move to the bottom of the third now. New Providence still within striking distance. It's a 2-0 lead. Boy, things are certainly exciting here at the ballpark here on this quarterfinal night of the playoffs. A lot on the stake, a lot on the line here. If you win, you play for the gold medal. We've seen one top seed already lose tonight, the Long Island men. Will New Providence become the second one? Grand Bahama says yes. New Providence says no. Right now it's Grand Bahama with the edge. Bottom of the third. And here's Levon Ferguson leading things off for New Providence. And he'll take ball 1 low. One ball, no strikes to Levon Ferguson. Hard hit right at the shortstop, and he makes the catch on the liner. So Desmond Russell makes it look easy as he catches the line drive from Ferguson. Might have caught that off the end of the bat, really. It sounded a lot harder than it really was. So we're back to the top of the lineup here, and here's Lamar Watkins. Struck out his first time up. And went for that one, strike one. Watkins didn't think he broke the plane, but from our angle and certainly from the umpire's angle, it certainly did. 0-1. Strike 2. That's right down the heart of the plate. I don't know why Watkins would take a look back there. You know what? He's so busy. If you watch him, I don't know if he'll do it this time, but he's peeking back at the catcher to see where the setup is. There it is. See, there it is. The eye shifting to see where the catcher is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So he's sneaking a peek to see where the catcher's setting up to kind of get a bit of an edge. There's the eyes. Inside, 2-2. Some catchers, when they see you doing that, will set up one place but call the pitch somewhere else entirely and just move the glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lamar Watkins. Fastball away is what the catchers call for. Watkins already leaning out over there. And he slaps at it for a strike. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. He sets up outside again. Brings it inside. What a nice diving stop. The throw to first base. They get him. What a nice play by Grand Bahama. Michael Sweeting makes the diving stop. Watkins runs well, but he's thrown out by a step for out number 2. And here comes Jay Seymour, the DH. Watkins like, I don't know what else to do here. So here is Jay Seymour. That's inside, buzzing the tower, and he gets out of the way for a ball. Always somebody that says, we're that for the team. Somebody says, take it, get hit. All easy to say when you're not the one being hit, right? 1 ball, no strikes to Jay Seymour. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd. Fastball high, 2-0. And we had some players or some fans. There they go, right there. They're coming through that break in the fence, trying to see better. They're actually onto the field. So the umpire had to stop play and wave them back out of there. Two and 0. My people, always trying to break the rules. 2 and 0. That's a strike. 2 and 1 to Seymour. Two and 1 now for Seymour. Catcher setting up away. That one comes inside. He missed obviously with that pitch. 3 and 1. Three and 1 now to Jay Seymour. All right, here we go. Got you. 3 and 1, bottom 3. That one misses high, ball 4. So New Providence in business here with 2 out. And stepping into the batter's box will be Angelo Dillard. He's got one of the few hits tonight for New Providence. Good time to come up with hit number 2 if you can. Here's the pitch from Cooper. Down low and inside for a ball. By the way, just a quick reminder, we do have to break away at right around the 11 o'clock hour. That'll end our broadcast for the evening. We do apologize to those of you that are watching. We do have broadcast restrictions, so we do have to leave. But we're trying to finish off this inning at the very least. That's going to be a strike called on the inside corner. 1 and 1. Don't forget tomorrow, gold medal time. The medal games will be played tomorrow. In softball, we'll have that for you. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Dillard. The throw down to second. Gets by. And boy, oh wow. Jay Seymour sliding into second base, and he's in a lot of pain. I understand he was nursing an injury coming into the game on that hand. And he's like, no, I'm staying in. Don't take me out. I'm good. Stay in the game. I'm staying in the game. And that's Perry Seymour, who says, no, you're not staying in the game. We're going to get you out of here. So Jay comes out. Looks like he jammed that thumb as he was sliding into the base. So the runner is safe at second. Angelo Dillard still at the plate. Which is why here at the advanced age of 54, I still play softball, but I tell you, if I got to slide, I'm out. I ain't sliding at this stage. It'd take too long to heal. Bottom of the third inning, 2 gone here as we try to finish out this third inning with Grand Bahama up 2-0. Angelo Dillard at the plate. So they bring in the pinch runner as Jay had to leave with the injury. Here's Cooper. Hard hit. And another base hit for Angelo Dillard. Comes up firing to throw it home. Will be not in time. He's safe. Dillard tries for second. And he is safe at second base. Timeout, and he is fired up. New Providence back into the game now as Dillard, with an RBI single, advances to second on the throw. How about the veteran player, Angelo Dillard, showing he's still got a little something in the tank? And he's the pitcher with 2 outs, so they're going to let him go in and get some. Well, he's the catcher with 2 outs, so let him go in and get some rest. Lamar Watkins comes out to run.
Hello. Somebody lost their phone.
I think Grand Bahama wants to check something on the field. Perry Seymour comes out. They're querying the runner on base, I think. They came in to run for Jay, I believe. They want to know who that runner was. But 2-1 here in the third inning, as New Providence making a bit of a push. They got it sorted out, apparently, whatever it was. Play was set to continue. 2-1 lead. Cut in half now. It was 2-0 a second ago. But here comes New Providence. Getting it done here with 2 gone in the bottom of the third. So Angelo Dillard came through. Let's see now, as he's in scoring position, whether or not Austin Hanna, the cleanup man, can do the same. Austin Hanna stepping into the batter's box. Dillard at second. Here's the pitch from Cooper. That's a ball low. Well, actually, we have Lamar Watkins running for Dillard. Austin takes strike one, 1-1. Right at the top of the strike zone. 1-1 pitch coming in from Cooper. And he fouls it down the third base line for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the third to Austin Hanna. And he'd love to be able to come through with a base hit now and tie this game up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They'll try to get him with something inside here. Fights it off. Foul. Quinton Roll got over there, but caught it in foul territory. Watkins was already at third. I don't know that they've been able to get the runner on that one. Ball and 2 strikes. Hanna waiting on the pitch. Here it comes. Fights it off to stay alive. Just barely got a piece of it. One ball, 2 strikes. They'll do it again. Cooper strikes him out. So New Providence gets 1 run, but that's going to be all they get at the end of 3. It's a 2-1 game. New Providence back in it, but they still find themselves trailing here. With about 24 minutes left on the clock, we're going to have to break away from our coverage. We'll take it back to the studios. But so far, it's been a pretty good ball game here at the ballpark. You may want to work your way down here if you can, if you want to see the rest of this one. The winner goes on to play for the gold medal. The loser will play for bronze. I'm Marcelo Sol. We'll see you tomorrow as softball continues. We wrap up our coverage here from the Bankers Field. Back to the studios.